Hi, friends. So, have any of you heard of the word extreme? What does that mean? Extreme means to the utmost or going beyond the normal. It means the highest possible degree. Maybe some of you have watched some extreme sports on TV. So if you were watching a normal bicycle race, it would probably be pretty calm and they would drive through maybe some mountains or just a paved road. But in extreme biking, it would involve very scary drop-offs and steep cliffs and muddy jungle terrain. It's on the edge and it's crazy and a little over the top. So I have some questions for you before we get started. If a good friend asked you for your last piece of gum, would you give it to them? How about if a complete stranger asked you for your last piece of gum? Would you give it to them? If a friend from school asked you to help them with their homework, would you do it? I think most of you probably would. You're good friends. And if someone that you don't really get along with at school asked you to help them with their homework, how about that? Would you help them? Do you think it is easier to respond positively to someone you like or care for? I think so. When someone is kind to us or is our friend, it is easier for us to make a sacrifice for them. When someone is mean or unkind to us, it is more difficult to help them or sacrifice something for them. But the really cool thing is God is not like us. Sometimes we get angry because people hurt us, or we get annoyed, we get bored with people. So we decide we don't love them anymore. We don't want to be their friend anymore. Sometimes people disappoint us and they make us so sad. So we decide we don't love them anymore. God is never that way. Nothing we can do or fail to do changes the way He loves us. He loves us completely. He loves us completely and totally, even if we mess up. His love is faithful and His love is extreme. It's over the top, right? So Jesus, God's Son, died on the cross. And the cross is the sign of the most extreme love of God. He shows us that He loves us each day and every day through ways that we've talked about. However, when He sent His Son, Jesus, to die for our sins, it was the greatest sign of extreme love. Let's read 1 John 4-9. Let's read 1 John chapter 4, verse 9. This is how God showed His love among us. He sent His one and only Son into the world that we might live through Him. We have done nothing that God could give us this much love. He just gives it to us because He is over the top with love for His children. Even if we loved God to the fullest extent that our hearts could, it would still never compare to the love that He has given to us. This is because we are human and we are sinful, and all of us will fall short, but God still loves us to the extreme, even when we do wrong. So I have some questions for you that I would like for you to think about this week and maybe discuss with your adult. How does God demonstrate extreme love for us? We already talked about that He loves us even when we do bad things, when we sin, when we lie, when we steal, when we cheat. God still loves us and will forgive us if we ask for it. And we already talked about that He gave His one and only Son. So number 1, how does God demonstrate extreme love for us? Number 2, how can we show our love for God? And number 3, how can we show love to others? Okay, friends, I hope you have a fabulous week and that you go spread God's love and light to others.